It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game.
It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
The unmistakable New York skyline to the east. And we are across the river on the Jersey side at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we've been around for a minute, as the kids like to say. I called your games. There are guys who you played with back in your day who are now the veteran players in the league, and we got a couple of veterans here at quarterback. What a difference it makes for a team when they come in with a guy who knows what he's doing back at quarterback.
Oh, and it really does. And remember, Mike, the only way to gain experience is to gain experience. There's no magic formula. You got to be in the fire, make mistakes, make great plays, learning lessons. The more you see, the better you get, and no position is that more magnified than in the NFL at the quarterback position. So the fact that these guys have played so many games, so many seasons, they've seen so much, that's a huge advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veterans still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, Comeback Player of the Year in 2023, it's Joe Flacco.
He spent a lot of time, Mike, over these last couple days speaking to the media, and the thing that jumped out to me was just how confident he was in his team's preparation ahead of today's game. Now, only time will tell or not whether it makes a difference, but if his confidence is any indication of how they're going to perform, this could be a tough team to beat.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Tillman, the man in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And nothing doing on that run. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. We have an early 3rd down coming up.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground, Mike. There was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
To throw is Flacco. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's a Browns 1st down.
It's a really important conversion right there, Mike, because you just don't want to go 3 and out on the road, especially on your opening possession of the game. You want to let your offense get some rhythm, establish and unfold some of the game plan you've set up coming in. They're going to have a fresh set of downs here and now say, okay, can we turn this good start of a drive and finish the drive with some points?
What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. Now Flacco. There's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Here's Flacco. Open man, and that's Tillman. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
And he's come out of the game on fire here, Mike, early. He's yet to throw an incompletion on this opening drive. And as he now approaches the opponent's side of the field and they start thinking points on that other sideline, this defensive play caller has to be looking at that call sheet saying, what can I do to slow this guy down? Because with the way this game has started, he could be in.
And he'll take it on in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Browns will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. They're led out by their veteran quarterback, Super Bowl winner, Russell Wilson.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. In motion, it's Robinson. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. That's Greg Newsome in to make the stop. Third and a yard. From the shotgun, Wilson. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, here's Russ. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
Here's 3rd and 7. In motion, it's Robinson. On 3rd down, here's Wilson. That is hard. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the give, it's Tracy. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Second and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. He's got it at the 3. And he is out of bounds. It's going to be first down, though. First and goal at the 2.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
They'll try to run this one in. Trying to find a crease in there. It's a big pile of bodies, but he is going to come up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on second and goal.
To the goal line and in. Wan'Dale Robinson. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Giants come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Browns offense ready now for their second drive. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. Flacco to throw. To the left side, he's got Njoku. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And this is the challenge that these top-end tight ends present, Mike, to defensive coordinators. They have to make a decision. When I play man coverage, do I trust my linebacker to defend him one-on-one? Do I need to bring a secondary player or an extra corner down into the coverage? That's a tough matchup. They're either too slow or they're too small. There's very few guys around the league that can do both. And the quarterback saw his matchup. He went to the big tight end and came away with an explosive play.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Handoff here, up the middle. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. They'll stay on the ground. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. All even on the scoreboard. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Flacco. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away and go down as an incompletion. Deontay Banks right there with the good coverage to knock it away.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up 1st down and goal. Here's a run. He is in. Touchdown, Browns. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. The kick is good, but there are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st down, Wilson. To the outside, complete to Johnson. Second and 7. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Right back to Johnson. He's got it again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 11 yards on the connection there. 1st down, Giants.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
One of the key factors for having success in the run game, Mike, is winning at the point of attack. And what that means is every play, the linemen and all the blockers, they understand where the back is going to start and then where the back could end up. And having a good understanding of that and how it pertains to the defense is how you gain your advantage.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Devin Bush.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Browns offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Tillman, the man in motion. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that gain.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. Brian Burns comes off the edge to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Here's Flacco to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
So on 4th down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Amir Smith-Marset goes back to return it. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Giants offense ready to see what they can do. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Tracy. Solid running there. He takes this up near the 35.
This is a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now Russ. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
On second down, Russ. That's going to be caught by Darius Slayton. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Now a screen set up for Tracy. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
Well, a little unconventional play call here. You don't traditionally see the screen game used on third down at these shorter down and distances. But in this case, they catch the defense off guard, they timed it up well, and the back is able to convert and pick up the first down.
Left side in the hands of Neighbors. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
In motion, it's Robinson. Throwing again, Wilson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Wilson to throw. Pass pulled in by Tracy. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Back to throw. Wilson. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
The Browns offense going to take over here in the final minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing, Flacco. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. To throw is Flacco. They'll look to set up the screen here. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Flacco. That's over the middle to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28. And with just 4 seconds left in the first half, a timeout is called. Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This a 44-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good. And the Browns going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. Final second now of this first half as this one is away. Gray going to return it. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Browns are on top as we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our halftime report.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Gray going to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Russ. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
The Giants sending out their punter as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. The drive will start on the ground, and he gets this up close to the 40. That's Dexter Lawrence in for the tackle. Here's Flacco. Going deep downfield for Judy. That is caught. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A huge advantage to red zone offense is the ability to run the ball. In this case, I thought he was going to score. He takes it all the way down inside the 2, sets up 1st and goal.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. And that big offensive line, clearing space, he's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns up their lead. It's now 24-7. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Gray gonna return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Giants offense and their running back set to go once more. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll get about 5. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll let it fly. Deep ball for Slayton. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the 2nd half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. To the left side, he's got Njoku. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can just see the frustration of the defender. Did you see him get off the quarterback? He's like, man, hold that ball for 1 tick longer, man. I'm there to record the sack. Nice job by the quarterback having that timing and rhythm to get that ball out of his hand. You can imagine, he got close this time. That defender, he's going to keep coming, and don't be surprised if he eventually gets to him.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
Now a give on the ground, and some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Flacco. There's that man again. Another catch. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's third down and a few inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could tell the entire time that running back is just looking for his crease to get vertical and cut back. But the defense does a great job. Inside-out pursuit, strings this ball out towards the sideline. Nowhere to go, and they make a big stop for no gain.
Right back to him on first down. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, but that's it. It is 3rd and 10. Flacco to throw. That's to the open man. It's Tillman. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
While everybody wants to attack the middle of the field, you just have to make sure you don't do it recklessly. You want to make sure you protect both the ball and your receiver, and in this case, he does both. Puts it on the money, picks up a big gain.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They can still pick up a 1st down here, and they'll line up to go for it on 4th down. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll try to run. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. A run on 1st and goal. And he's going the wrong way. Dropped back at the 7.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And he will score again. Touchdown, Browns. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Browns will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. He'll start at the 2. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Wilson. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Now it's Wilson. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, it's Wilson. Taken in right side by the tight end, Johnson. Third and long. They'll motion their tight end, Johnson. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. That not a welcome development here late in a one-sided game. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Bellinger. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. They go play action now. Wilson. A short one there to Bellinger. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down. Wilson will throw again. Open man is Robinson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Throwing again. Wilson. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. On the ground, here's Tracy. And the Giants are going to have what looks to be a 1st and goal. He'll take this down to the 10-yard line. Now Russ. This one caught at the 4. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. From the 1, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. Now Wilson. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Malik Neighbors. Touchdown, New York. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight.
And he gets into the end zone for the 2. So it's not over yet. It's back to a 2-score game. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination, the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a zone read. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 2nd and 7. Handoff here, up the middle. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw, and he'll let it go deep for Johnson. That one is batted away, incomplete. No separation that time, tightly defended. It brings up 4th down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter. Now Wilson on 1st down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Second down, 8 for the 1st down. Out of the gun, here's Russ. That's caught left side by Bellinger. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. One timeout at their disposal, but the more pressing need, they have to score twice. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. They'll come up now for 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And is caught. It's Robinson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
Back-to-back targets, back-to-back completions. That one for 16 and the 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And the Giants are going to be set up. 1st and goal coming up. They'll mark them down at the 6-yard line. To throw again is Wilson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches, and I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive with some points. They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On 3rd and goal, Wilson. That is incomplete, so the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.